I mean, not to say that your pictures are bad or anything. I just mean to say that these are kind of good. I'll stop talking. I'll stop talking. Uh,
Well, if you find anything, let me know.
oh, this one's actually sort of interesting here. Uh, so you remember this one from a while back where it said that there were some people who looked like they had some sort of large piece of metal fall on them, but the metal was missing. Here's another one today, just sort of after this one. It's kind of hidden because of the picture, kind of shoved it way off to the side, but that's strange. At least 2 or 3 people dead.
Let me look at that.
But it's not like there's any construction around there, right?
What does the article actually say?
The article describes basically a small scene where police received a report of noises, and when they went to go investigate, found 3 individuals who looked like they were dead. They determined that they died due to bludgeoning from falling objects. The said objects, however, were missing. Foul play might be suspected.
Looks like I'll have to look into that.
Oh, well, be safe if you do. Take a friend.
Okay.
Buddy system, right?
I catch a cab and immediately go to the scene.
All right, you head to the scene of the crime. And when you get there, it looks like it's a little bit empty. There's no police cars, there's no tape across anything, and there are no bodies. It looks like an empty alleyway, but there's very clearly quite a lot of blood.
Ugh.
Enormous amounts of blood, actually.
Oh. Ugh.
It's all dried into all the stone and concrete, and you can see just this old man, this grizzled old let's say cat, this grizzled old cat with a bucket trying to scrub out some of the blood.
Excuse me.
Uh, yeah. What do
Could
you
you?
want, son?
I'm. I'm. I'm here to investigate this unusual reporting.
Usual
Uh,
reporting. You mean the murder?
yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to find the cause for this thing.
Uh, and he'll look around at him at like the small bit of soap at his feet and the huge amount of blood behind him soaked in the ground. Well, if I had to guess, I'd have to say the cause would be a loss of blood.
Yes. From bludgeoning. I know. It's just that. I look around. Is there any place that
Bludgeoning.
any?
Is that what they called it?
Yeah. What? Why is that weird?
Looked like they were kind of all torn up to me.
Torn up. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
like, that's why all this blood's here. You don't just beat someone over the head and end up with an alleyway full of blood. Looked like their arms were torn off by something. In fact, I don't think I counted a full 6 of them.
Uh,
Reminded me of back in my time in the Spanish-American War, you see, actually. Back in that time, we wore radishes on our belt, as was the custom, and you'll
yeah.
begin to...
It's like rule number 1 of any RPG: don't let the old man ramble too long.
Yeah, I try so. Let's focus back. Focus.
Fine, you kids. You don't want to hear anything out of old man. I understand it. No respect at all. I get it. This is just how they treat veterans these days. Doesn't matter. Throw them away.
Okay.
And he's just grinning ear to ear.
Yeah, it's like you seem to know a lot here.
Yeah, I own both of these properties, side by side.
Do you know who these people were?
Huh? Nah, of course not. Probably just some bumpkins hanging down the alleyway. Chase
Um,
him out every couple of weeks, but I feel kind of bad for him every now and then. Sure as hell not going to let him inside the apartments, though. That
were
is
you
bad for
around when they?
business.
Oh, were you around when they were killed?
Oh, hell no. I was upstairs, minding my own business in my own bit of the building. I heard the noise. I rushed over, and by the time I got there, it was just a bunch of whole bunch of blood. He seems like he's also trying to tell a story here. Why don't you go ahead and roll inquiry to sort of fish out more information from him. Get him to fully explain everything that he saw. Or he might just ramble on about how this reminds him about that time he used a cannonball.
You mean
It's
questioning?
questioning this
Yes,
person.
questioning. So this is obviously mind questioning. You can go ahead and throw gossip in there, of course. We got one success so far. Got anything else?
I don't have gossip.
Okay. Well, you do get one success out of him, and he'll try to get his facts straight at least. All right. Well, first I heard the noises. Terrible, terrible screaming. These men were not in any kind of fair fight, that's for sure. I heard pounding. And when I came out to the window, I didn't dare open it. Some kid with a gun might just point it up there and shoot. So I took a look and I saw a shadow leaving the alleyway. When I was sure I didn't hear any kind of more noises, uh, other than maybe a little bit of death from him, I looked out the window and shone this handy little torch out. He says he holds up his flashlight. Uh, there was pools and pools of that blood everywhere. It looked as if they had their faces beaten in, and a couple of them had their arms missing. So someone ripped it off and then left them to die. Well, that's what I told the police too.
Do you know of any other witnesses?
Know of? I don't know. I'm the only one I know of that looked out there, and I'm the only one I know of that talked to the police.
Do you do you does anyone else live here?
Oh yeah, these apartments are full of people.
Uh,
They didn't see nothing, and that's what I told the police, and that's what the truth is. My
I'm gonna
tenants
ask.
don't need to be bothered by any of this.
I understand that, but it, but my, but I would like to go ask them.
I don't know. They're busy people. They pay good money to not get bothered by people. You know what I mean?
Yes, I'll just try to find someone who will talk to me.
I mean, no one's gonna let you inside. And he'll just sort of whistle innocently, and then swing his keychain on his fingers.
May I have the keys?
No, definitely not. I can let you in, though. I mean, if it was worth it.
How much?
About as much as rent, I think. And you
25 to
do
30.
still have your money from last time, but it's starting to drain fast now.
Yeah, it's like and I slip him one. Slip him one. I think I know how much the rent of these places might cost.
Yeah, he'll take it and pocket and go, oh, well, I think I can find the kindness in my heart after all. And he'll go ahead and let you into his apartments. Just don't make anyone angry. I won't hear the end of it.
Okay, and I go door to door, knock, 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 you know.
Okay, so go ahead and uh, give me another mind, will, and questioning, and see if you can pick up from anyone anything. You do know it was a loud noise in the night as well from the other guy, so everyone must have heard at least something. Go ahead and roll me an extra d8 too. You have an assist bonus. All right, you still only got one. When you go around, a lot of people will sort of shake their heads and say, "No, no, I didn't see anything. That's dangerous. What if they hurt us or anything?" Or you'll get someone saying, "I was on the first floor. I heard a lot of noise, and I thought someone was going to break down the whole wall." But no one has additional collaborating details for you, or no one's admitting to it.
Something's going on here.
You aren't the police, are you?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, bye. And they close the door on you.
I hate dead ends.
Yeah, the old cat comes wandering back in with the bucket, uh, pours it out at sort of a public drain and starts filling it back up with water. Oh, it's find everything you need, Sonny.
I don't think I'm getting the whole truth here, but I give him the keys back because I don't have any left.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm gonna be busy at this all day. Feel free to come by and say hello to an old man anytime you want. Especially if you got more money. Oh, hey, how's it going? You're the new tenant. You're the one who called earlier looking for apartments, weren't you, Edmund?
Yes.
Oh, good. Let me show you one. Just became vacant right upstairs.
Sure.
What I bring around Edmund. It's like if there's something going, like there was a murder going on here. It's unexplainable. If you find out anything about what these people know, be sure to tell me.
So how many rooms this place has?
Uh, how many? There's probably like a good dozen tenants per building here, and there's two of them.
Rooms in the apartment.
Oh yeah, we got one with 4 rooms here. We got 2 bedrooms, a bath, water closet on the side, a nice
How
little kitchenette, and this fine den here for you and your missus.
how
Yeah,
much is
just
the
come
two
walk
bedroom
this way
thing?
with me.
Sure. I'm be curious about the 2 bedroom.
Yeah,
But
of
give it
course,
one
of
out,
course.
of
Let me
course.
show you. And he'll kind of like turn and like try to shoo you off, James, as he
Yeah,
heads upstairs.
yeah,
I give
yeah.
James a thumbs up, like I got this.
It's like okay, all right. And while they're away, I might go into his office.
Ooh, okay, very adventurous. You can definitely try to find his office. There's one that is right next to where he was actually pouring out the blood and left the bucket. And it even has his name up on it in a nice little gold colored plaque. You're gonna try to do sabotage. That is definitely going to be what was it? It's gonna be speed, craft, sabotage.
Sabotage for what?
Well, you're trying to break into his office. It's a locked door, right?
Sabotage
I thought it
includes
was.
lockpicking.
I would only do something like that if it was open. Never mind.
Oh no, it's locked. He hasn't gone in there all day.
Sorry, I thought Edmund came out of his office or something.
I
Sorry,
suppose I
never
presumed
mind.
too much about what you were thinking about. But no, they're not in their office. They're going room to room right now.
Then no, the sabotage is not my thing.
Okay, so I suppose you leave it as is and head out for the time being.
Yeah, I'll probably look back into this.
Okay, Edmund, of course, you're treated to a fine tour of the apartment. It definitely seems a little classier than what you were before. This guy definitely cares about his property and definitely charges more because he seems to do all the upkeep himself.
Is it doable with my current funds?
Absolutely, assuming you keep getting your current funds every month.
All right, then yeah, I buy it then and there.
Oh, all right. Let's go ahead and get the contract done, and he'll take you downstairs and handle that. And I'm assuming that nothing really strange is going to happen, or that you're going to try to do right now, right?
No, he's got my eyes on me and everything.
Okay, so you basically do this for the rest of the day, and you have a new set of apartments right next to Murder Alley. Uh, and that just leaves Dante. You have your practice session coming up with. Let me go ahead and find his name again.
Preston.
Yeah. Where is he on the list?
I think
Society of
that-
Magicians, that's where he was.
Alright.
Preston. Just trying to make sure I have him. Yep, so you can appear at his theater at any time, and he already has a bunch of material set up and is ready to go through the steps with you. Dante, wonderful to see you. Nice and early, too.
Yes, yes it is. It's I hope you've been having a good week.
Oh, absolutely.
How did your
I've
last
just been
show
right
go?
at the high of the previous show.
No, really, tell me about it.
Oh, well, it's just a wonderful sensation, every time you're up on stage and you can look out upon the crowd and you just see them all smiling and having a great time. It just a wonderful feeling, isn't it?
Indeed, but I mean, also, what did they root for? What did they cheer for? What was the turning point?
Oh, that. Well, I think they always do love my little levitation trick, going up into heaven. I always love doing that one. They always seem to like that. Uh, I also decided I'd demo that trick I told you about. The one I want to finish up our act with.
Right,
The teleportation.
right. Although I don't know that you told me the name of it yet, but okay.
Well, it still went great, and I think we can get in some good practice today. Maybe even maybe if we get through everything today, we'll be able to hit every single mark. Then we
Well,
get to do it all again Thursday.
right, this is why we scheduled two, just in case. We need to work through everything.
Absolutely. So, I suppose how about rolling some like mind, will, and academics to just sort of work with him?
Academics.
Yeah, you're trying to sort of follow instructions, figure out how things work, and make sure this all goes down correctly. You can definitely add in your performance dice to this, but this isn't strictly you testing your ledger main. That part you have down pat. This is more making sure that the performance goes well.
Oh, your performance, not presence.
Yeah, this is studying what you're going to do.
Yeah, I guess this is following like the stage directions, deciding how you're going to plan it,
I
that kind of
gotcha.
stuff.
I mean, I'm not an idiot. I do have some academics. They just happen to be the dice that failed me.
Right.
That
You
6
still
on the
got
end is
three.
performance.
Right. You still have 3 successes all in all. You're a professional. You know what you're doing. You see where the mark is. You know where to go. You know where to adjust it so that you are both facing the audience and not like at some awkward angle or otherwise. And he starts sort of going through his set of tricks and gives you the lead on yours as well. He's a very nice person to work with, honestly. Every single time that you have a request, he stops, listens, and helps work through it. He is also a professional, wouldn't you know it?
Yeah, I already know he's a nice guy. Remember we spent that whole night together?
Yeah, exactly. So he's very happy, personable, and time goes by pretty quickly, really. And it's already time to pick up Timothy and bring him on over.
Right. Well, I mean, I'll do that.
Yeah, so
I would have said
evening
well
comes.
ahead of time that we would need to take a break so that I could
Of
take
course,
care
of
of personal
course.
affairs and
Ooh, I need a little bit of water myself, maybe some dinner. Well, we'll meet back shortly.
of course.
And you'll go ahead and get Timothy, and Timothy is quite happy. Oh, I had a great day at school today.
Did
I know
you?
summer school's for all the people who failed all the tests from spring, but I think I'm doing great.
Well, what happened today?
Well, there was this kid, and he was flinging erasers around. So I stopped and I thought really hard, and I figured out that he actually really liked the person he was throwing the erasers at. So when lunch came around, I tried to make sure that they sat together, and I was at a good distance, and I got to see them start to talk, and that was really nice.
Yes. Yes, people can be very confusing. It's nice that you're having a good time with this.
Yeah, I mean they people don't say a lot of the stuff that they feel, so it's really good that I just get to feel it.
Yes, and you're helping them too, which is nice.
Yeah, exactly. And Timothy is all happy and excited, especially by the time that you return to the theater with them. And when you do, you continue your practice. I assume, right? And he
Yeah.
just gets to sit around and watch.
Yeah, I mean, what time is it right about now?
I'd say by the time that you get back and you're ready again, it's probably like 5 to 6. It's sort of nearing dusk.
Yeah, so another,
Uh,
2 or 3 hours of practice before we return back to my theater.
Yeah, and Timothy will actually sort of pull out some stuff from his backpack too and try to do some work as well. Uh, but he'll sort of as he's working and as you're also working, give me an observation check, mind observation.
2 successes.
It's really nice and quiet, and you just get to hear you, Thruston, and the occasional wow from Timothy. But it's strange. There's sort of a dark shadow up in one of the boxes upstairs.
I mean, does the organ start to play? Somebody start to sing?
Now, the Phantom of the Opera doesn't like descend suddenly, but there might be someone up there. Or a broom. It's hard to tell from here.
Alright, hold on a sec. Oh, Threston, if one moment, is there somebody up there in your box seats?
Hmm?
Is there somebody up there
No, it
in your
shouldn't be
box seats?
anyone. And he'll like turn to look. And when he turns, there's nobody there. As if it vanished.
Sorry, it must have been my eyes. You know, they go with age. I just thought I saw something moving up there.
Huh. Yeah, that's hey, hey, go up there and check it out. And he'll wave over to his badger assistant, who will kind of huff a little bit, get out of his chair, stop reading his magazine, and go do a quick walk around.
You've always got to be
Uh,
careful. I don't know if I told you this before, but somebody once tried to set fire to the top of my building.
oh wait, they did?
Yes, to
Oh, that's terrible.
my theater, I mean. And if they do that to my theater, it could happen to anybody's theater.
What's the world coming to where people just decide to commit arson for no reason?
I know, right? And the fact that your act uses fire seems to me that nobody would investigate, so maybe keep eye out.
Good word of wording. Maybe I should hire someone for that. At least Charlie there works out pretty well. And of course, Charlie will come back and kind of shrug his shoulders, having seen nobody, and sit back down and read his magazine.
Right, better safe than sorry.
Right. And I figured, so this went really well for us today. I think Thursday we can go ahead and start working with some of the pyrotechnics as well. So this way you get a feel for them. You know, it's
Yes.
a lot different being on stage from when they happen.
Wait. Pyrotechnics? I thought your first act involved electricity.
Oh yeah, but there's going to be a lot of flashing electricity and such. You
Very
got to
well.
practice that too. Make sure you don't flinch or anything.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I lost myself for a moment there. I forgot what the act structure was, because your first one was. Oh no, I'm sorry. You said your last one involved electricity, so now you're saying your teleportation act involves electricity.
Well, that's right. It's going to shock straight across the stage.
Okay. Okay, so we still have the bullet catch, the invisible house with the rope trick, and then teleportation.
That's right. That sounds very much like what we talked about.
Okay, just trying to cover base. This is me out of character trying to remember everything without ever taking one note.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to as well. I'm just going to pull up the notes when it actually becomes relevant.
I remember this conversation from 4 real life months ago, it feels like.
And of course, time is sort of winding down, and he goes, "It's getting late. I should start to turn in for the evening."
Of course, I should
It's-
take my word back to my theater to rest, and I will meet you same time tomorrow.
Thursday, I believe it was.
Tomorrow is Thursday.
Today's Tuesday.
We were supposed to meet on Wednesday, so I assume today was Wednesday.
Nope, it was almost certainly Tuesday and Thursday. I guarantee that because today is Tuesday and you showed up.
But yesterday was Tuesday.
No, yesterday was Monday. Don't you know anything?
I'm fairly certain.
It's like you just keep missing time all over the place,
Although
Dante.
it's just
Sounds
how-
like there's an entity messing with time.
It seems to me that the incoherent voice that's isometrically controlling my characters, telling me different dates at different times, and all I'm doing is acting upon the last date given.
I will say is definitely the plan for Tuesday and Thursday of this week in game.
I have to point out to you that there is at least one person who's looking forward to watching this episode, and when he gets back to me and reconfirms what was said in the last episode,
It's
we'll
all
find out.
timey wimey, wibbly wobbly, you know. It's just,
It's like, is there
It's
going to be
time.
a very stylish British man just appearing and
oh
out of-
blimey, of course
out,
there is.
out of a blue police box?
But yeah, Dante, you will go ahead and you're taking Timothy to the theater where you're going to meet Zechariah, right?
And James, if he decides to show up, because he was invited too.
Oh, I'll be
okay.
there.
Yeah, because you remember I
Wonderful.
invited you, I guess yesterday when you visited the theater to deliver me the note.
Right. On the walk, of course, Timothy is kind of huffing a little bit as he walks and just kind of goes, "Man, there's so much work you do for these things. Why can't you just do a trick?
Well,
You have to practice so much."
they are tricks.
Yeah, but I've seen you just do them. Why do you need to do all that walking around and stuff?
Well, you know how you do. You know how you do the things like you did at school,
Uh-huh.
and you know how easy that was.
Yeah.
Well, this is harder.
I guess that's true. I still haven't managed to do it yet.
Well, this is harder, and it makes more effort, and not everybody could do it. It's like, okay, you see that guy who does the really fast running when the track meets are happening and such?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good at running. He runs really fast. We are really good at doing really strange things that nobody else can do with our minds. Because we can do that. That's
Ah.
easy.
Oh,
Well,
I get it now. It's because you're naturally talented at it then.
right.
Yeah, like I am at doing things.
Right, we are naturally talented. But everybody has a natural talent, things that they are good at. But not everybody can do the hard things. This is why we do things the hard way. To prove that we can, to prove that we're better.
I'm gonna prove I can do a trick too.
Really? What are you going to do?
I think I can do the card shuffling stuff.
I would be very impressed if I saw you do this. How about,
Okay.
while we're at the theater, I will give you a deck of cards, you can practice, and then when we go home later, you can show me your trick.
Yes, that'd be great. My teacher took my other deck.
Alright, well, I'll give you a deck that you can keep. This time, maybe try to make sure the teacher doesn't see it.
Absolutely.
Alright.
All right, and so everyone ends up at the theater somewhere around 9. And we'll do Claudia a little bit later, I think. Claudia's amping up to do some fun stuff. So we are at the theater. What do you do, Dante? The show is yours, and you have a small audience with you now.
Well, like I said, I'll put Timothy in the back. I don't get Cody's last statement. I put Timothy in the back. Give him the deck of cards so he can practice. I have the ritual circle is still up front, so that still exists. That's like a permanent fixture now on the stage. It just happens to be underneath the carpet now.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Are you assuming that Zachariah and James are already
Yeah, they're there. This is your show. You've all said hello. What are you guys gonna do?
Oh, well then I'd say, James, if you would please take a seat somewhere comfortable, somewhere you can see the stage.
I think that's addressed to one of you two, right?
I said
It was
James.
addressed. It was addressed. to
Oh
James.
yeah. I go to where he wants me to sit.
I'm just generally waving. I say anywhere you feel comfortable, you can see the stage.
Yeah, it's yeah. I do a polite way.
And of course, Zachariah, you have thought hard about this, I assume, and well, I was going to take your appearance to mean that you had accepted, but you decided to call me for some reason.
It's like, well, I didn't want to just show up out of the blue. I figured it was the polite thing to do.
Despite me telling you to show up out of the... Anyway, kids today, what you gonna do? I assume that you are okay with me contacting your brother.
Yeah, I've given it some thought, and while it's risky, I think this is the only way that I'm going to get the answers I'm looking for.
Very well. You will just stand outside of this circle to ensure your safety. I
Zach
will
will do
begin
as he's instructed.
to channel. And that means I begin rolling.
Yep. Let's see if you can actually make it happen.
As always, the first die is the power die.
Your power die. So that goes pretty well so far.
3
You're already at
is-
3 successes.
Right, but I start throwing shit on myself, like I will spirit shield myself.
Might want to spirit shield Zach too.
Oh, well, goes down by 1. That's just a fail of a roll. Change that to a d4 now. Alright, and that's a spirit ward on myself.
Alright, protected from the spirits and whatever they might devilishly try to do.
Spirit shield on Zachariah. And that uses up my power die, which is not a worry. I can always get it back. But that is the Call Spirits roll.
All right. You call forth the spirit of what was your brother's name again, Zechariah? Trying to keep it in my brain. Jasper. Call forth the spirit of Jasper. And you reach out, hoping that he comes. And the theater goes quiet for a bit. It goes dark. The lights start to dim. And then you see a new light, like a bright red fire, as begins to apparate. A bat very similar to Zechariah, but he's on fire. And he's screaming, but he makes no noise.
Oh god, it's like Zek is looking pretty nervous at this point. And
And and James is looking disappointed. Like, seances, I thought you were above this sort of thing, Dante.
and he's going to take he's not going to leave the circle, obviously, but he's going to take a very tentative step towards the spectral figure and be like, Jasper?
His face is contorted in pain and terror, but he hears you and he looks up at you. And something bad's going to happen to you.
Oh lord.
Let's roll, or could happen to you. Oh yeah, something bad's about to happen. You might be about to be lit on fire by a pyrokinetic ability.
Oh dear. So I guess that's a dodge.
Yes, you will be attempting to dodge this, I believe. Or you could just get lit on fire. I mean, that's also okay.
No, I think I'm definitely going to try and dodge. All right. Oof. Might have to tap my personality for this one because I really don't want to get set on fire. There we go. That's a tie. I don't know if there's
That
any.
is enough to tie, and you can you
Can I
probably
claim?
want to
Can
claim
I?
something.
Can I claim the circle of protection?
Yes. The circle, you will step back into the circle of protection as he turns his gaze to you, and you can see a puff of fire erupt in front of you, and you can see the look on his face is one of confusion and emotional pain as he realizes what must have just happened, and he immediately turns away and is trying to float off.
Yeah, he did spirit shield me as well. So
Yeah, that probably would have helped.
yeah. So I guess.
So go ahead and roll that, and you could take back your personality if you want.
Yeah. Well, it's like that's a D12 too, so we can just say that that was the.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. There we go.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay,
Sorry.
so I'll take it. And Jasper will call after him like, "Wait, don't go." It's like I need to know what happened that night.
He stops in the middle of the theater over the audience chairs, and even Timothy is just sort of dropping cards as he looks up at this. But he's stopped floating. He's simply there.
It's like somebody did this to you. I know it. It's like you were looking into these things before you died. It's like I still have your journal. I just don't understand. What did you find? What happened? What happened to you? I need to know.
He will turn back around and cast his hand across the stage. And all around you, instead of in the circle, fire will erupt for a few seconds. And to a great giant wall, and it's almost fearful that it might engulf you before it disappears and the spirit is gone. And there's dark marks all over the stage, and it seems like it spells something out.
All right.
Osborne's ritual.
Osborne. God damn it. I'm gonna kill that bitch!
And go ahead and give me an observation as well.
Alrighty, observation. Oof. Not so great, unfortunately.
All right, you don't notice anything else that might be secretly hidden about this.
I don't know if somebody else wants to take a look.
Hey, you do have a paranormal investigator with you here.
Yeah. I mean, Zach will ask if James wants to come up and take a look. It's like he might have left us another clue. I can't quite figure it out.
A pissed off looking James is like, okay. I'll play along.
All right, you search out the stage. Give me that mind observation roll.
Oh shoot, I didn't include my mind there. Let me go ahead
Whoops.
and roll that as well.
Okay, I'll probably.
There's one success.
Yay!
Okay, then I'm staying in the seat, still looking pissed at Don.
One success is not enough unless someone assists you.
Fine.
Yeah.
I do like the concept of maybe James is like, stands up, fine, I'll help. Oh, no, fuck this. Oh, I'll help you anyway.
Stupid ghost. Stupid ghost being
I'm
real.
angry at Dante because he seems to be the one thing that I hoped he wasn't.
Right, that's why I invited you to this, because I was hoping that either you would disprove me.
All right, Zechariah.
One more D8.
With James's help, the two of you sort of realize that sort of around the south circle and elsewhere on the stage are smaller marks that spell smaller words that would be hard to distinguish among the rest of the rubble of the stage.
Mhm.
And while Osborne and Ritual are very big, there are some smaller letters. And it seems like the whole message spells out, Osborne gave me the ritual. It's my fault.
And Zach's just sort of gonna slump to his knees and be like, he caused the fire.
And now, oh, whoops. But now, as Zechariah sits there, head in his hands, realizing the truth, that seems like a great time to end today's session, everybody, on a high note.
And James looks at Dante like, how dare you? As he sees it, he's sorry, this is the reason he became the bunker in the first place, of spiritualists who take advantage of people in grief. That's why he became a debunker.
Here's my...
and to him,
sorry, go ahead.
this is what it looks like.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Here's my counter to that, though. You're going to get so angry that you're going to write something, right? And it's going to rip me a new one. And you're going to debunk the shit out of me. And you know what? People are going to come to my theater to figure this shit out. Because you pointed out that I'm a fraud and all my shit are tricks. And people are going to want to figure out what the fuck those tricks are.
This sounds fantastic,
You're
actually.
going to drive my traffic in. I mean, it's not why I invited you here, but that is the end result.
No, people know this stuff is... No, I completely agree you're a loser. That's not my problem. My problem is completely on the, I can talk to the dead.
Well, here's my thing here is that Dante figured it out, right? And he figured out that the world isn't just the world. And he talked to his dad that died when he was a little kid, and it broke him a little bit. And then he's like, I can use this to help somebody else solve their problems. And it occurred to me in that moment that James has to see this. James has to witness this. And then you're like, fuck you, Dante. And I'm like, well, The only
a
other thing I
wonderful
can think
emotional
of.
melting pot.
Yeah, the only other thing I can think of in that moment is, well, at the very least, even bad news is good news in the world of advertising.
That's a wonderful point to end it on. All right, let's go through names and mottos. Dante.
I am Dante the Original, and my motto is I always have a plan.
Wonderful. Rafferty with Claudia.
Justice tempered by mercy.
James.
There's gotta be a logical explanation.
Edmund.
Hi, my motto is my motto is no matter how much you try to hide your dirty secret, I'll find it out, and I hope you got a good smile for.
Wonderful. And Zechariah.
Zek's motto is I won't let the people I love get hurt, never again, and I believe he's completed a goal this session.
That you are. We'll go ahead and go through that one bit at a time. Everyone can get experience being here today, and another one for the debrief we're about to do. So that's going to be 2 experience.
Okay.
As far as
need
goals
1
completed
second.
today.
Sorry, I need 1 second here. Our food just got here. I'm gonna go grab it real quick.
That's just fine. We'll go ahead and cover other people. Dante, any goals today?
Yeah, when I was making that sandwich, I put a stop to Osborne.
Ah, excellent. That's what I love to hear. Anyone else in the meantime? I think today was a figure out how stuff works. You know what? Zechariah and Edmund, you did escape. I'm going to go ahead and give you insider with workers.
Workers?
Yes, you rescued 4 people who were just kind of ordinary workers from the depths of their demise.
Oh, okay.
So you will be remembered, and they might reference you if you ever follow up on it. You can also sell it back for 5 experience.
Especially when the
Yeah,
cops
well.
crack down on the communist unions. They'll remember you as an insider.
That's right. You let the cops die. That's your fault now. Yeah. So debrief. While everyone else is waiting for food. What'd you guys think? What'd you like? What didn't you like? How did it all go?
Didn't get to see Timothy do his
Well-
card tricks.
I know, right? I'm sad.
He did his best card trick, dropping them all on the ground.
52 pickle.
He's a master.
I love how Dante set up this seance thing and he invited me in there because he knew I was gonna get pissed.
I'll be honest with you. I don't remember my initial reasons for it. I thought maybe you would see something that would convince you of the opposite. But when you said, "Oh, this is all tricks," I remembered that Pepper's Ghost is my most go-to trick, which is light and mirrors. And there's the way that Griff described the ghost floating in the air on fire. It's like that's obviously something I could have created here in my theater. So yeah, no, I just totally understood where James was coming from. And the only other way to do the twist that is, if he gets angry and tells people, they're going to want to see it for themselves, so.
Yeah, this could actually be the path for James to more swiftly accomplish his goal, because, oh man, I've been trying to slip it in, and it's so hard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to help here. The same way that I tried to help Zachariah accomplish his goal by directly being
Feels
the
dishonest though. I wanted to debunk an actual, an actual fraud, not a real.
Right,
An
and I've
actual
got that in
fraud,
the
not a
works.
real fraud?
Debunk a fraud psychic, not real.
Well, here's the thing, though. Psychic is one of the things I'm actually not.
Actually, what?
That I'm actually not. There's 2 things I'm not. I'm not a vitalist and I'm not a psychic. So you could technically debunk not a psychic.
All right.
Okay, so sorry. What did I miss here?
Not much. We just we're wrapping it up here. You can have an insider with workers for escaping your terrifying dilemma earlier.
Okay.
And you did solve the mystery of your brother. You at least know the truth now.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? What is the truth worth here?
I
you know what?
mean, I'm I was exploring the idea of having Zek take vitalism. It could be that the revolution unlocks new potential with his power.
Hey, yeah, there you go. Vitalism.
Yeah.
You felt the rush of the morphogenic field as you were about to be lit on fire.
Thank God I always have a
And
plan to
I
protect you with
actually,
spirit
it's
work.
like, I don't know if this is too much of a stretch, but
What's that?
Edmund, he was doing some pretty fancy gunplay there. I'm not sure if he's earned
Actually,
a.
you know what? That's actually fair.
Yeah.
How about we trade out Insider with bullet conservation?
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
So you both can have bullet conservation.
I mean, I'll take Insider because I wasn't actually shooting.
But yeah,
but-
the
Well, I mean,
Vita,
you're gonna sell it back anyway. Is the point here?
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna end up selling that back anyway. So
There you go. You made a good case for it. It's bullet conservation. We have it on the table now, everybody.
yeah.
With someone with no shooting talent.
I don't know how I got lucky though. I swear to God, dog.
Well, you know not to keep firing when you don't have to, and you keep firing when you do.
Mhm.
You know, I think we're, what, 18 sessions in now, and I am the only one that can claim to have made a perfect sandwich. Nobody else has had to roll to make a sandwich. I am the only one in 18 sessions.
This is true. You've made a sandwich so perfect it defeated Osborne immediately.
Yeah.
It's like
Hey.
it was so delicious. She had a change of heart and renounced her evil ways.
The only way to defeat the villain is by living a good life. A life well lived is the defeat of evil, and in that I am raising a child. I'm sending him to school with sandwiches. I have defeated Osborne. Osborne has been stopped. Goal accomplished.
Wonderful. All right. Any other comments we want to go ahead and finish this off with tonight?
I got a weird one. If you don't mind, I'm not
Sure.
sure it's a.
Go for it.
As my race, I'm coward. I'm not sure if I stepped up past that, or that's even a thing that I could overcome.
Wait, say this again now?
I think for my species, I'm a coward.
Uh-huh.
Is there any way that I could overcome that, or that's not a thing?
You can sell back any gift you possess. Dante
Okay.
has already sold back quite a few of his.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think I'm
You
gonna
can
need
choose
that.
to not be a coward anymore if you want.
Okay, like for RP purposes, I think I overcame that. I wasn't sure if we needed
Well, I
to
mean,
have.
being a coward also means you get to live, and some of these things are terrifying and would have killed you without it.
Yes, and
So
keeping in
always
mind,
keep that in mind.
Actually, kind of ironically, I've only sold back one of my original 6 starter gifts, so... Or whatever, how many starter gifts. I only sold back climbing. All the others on my sold back are local knowledge and insiders.
I've kept my coward because it has saved my life more than once.
Yeah, it's a useful gift. It's weird to be labeled a coward, but at the same time, coward can save your life. So
Yeah, that is true.
It's one of the ones I'm not sure to rename. Like we renamed pacifist into non-combatant because people were getting a little confused about it. And so by saying, look, it's a gift that as long as you don't fight, you get an extra D12 to your defenses. Plus, also people want to use it in other ways. Like I want to convince them I'm not here to fight. Can I use my non-combatant? So that's why we changed that one. I would change the name of coward to something else, but it's a really easy gift to give to prey animal characters,
Right.
and it immediately communicates that, you know, you can become panicked whenever you need to, and you get a D12 when panicked, and it simulates the you need to get out of here.
and it ties
Right,
well to the
yeah.
status of a phrase.
Maybe something like survival instinct. I don't
Well,
know.
see, it would come from fight. So the problem is we can't call it flight because fight or flight would make
Yeah.
sense to people, but flight is for bats and birds.
Yeah. Fight or flee, maybe.
I mean, coward is perfect as it is.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it has
Yeah,
the
I feel coward
stigma.
works.
It has a
Yeah,
stigma
Yeah,
attached to it.
it does have
that's
the
all.
stigma.
Yeah.
Right,
I
and
know.
I have mentioned we've had the in some games we've had the what's, for lack of a better term, the bipolar build where someone buys bravery and coward, because since coward
Yeah.
improves your movement, they would tap coward to move faster, and then when they got where they needed to, tap bravery and beat the crap out of everybody.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
no.
just a story narrative, though. Crap! That scared the shit out of me. Wait a second. What am I doing? Turn it back around. Yeah, it's just a story narrative. It's not bipolar.
Well, it's very
just
Judy Hopps. So yeah.
Yeah, no, but I just imagine like any young boy detective novel or whatever, right? They get scared the shit out of them by whatever the thing is that they're investigating. They run out, they hide behind a corner. What the hell am I doing? Turns back around with flashlight. Just like, you find yourself in a moment. It makes total sense to me to be brave and a coward.
Yeah, see, you get it.
Yeah, it's what a hero is made of. Technically, right?
Well, I'm a big fan of heroes like, Ash from Evil Dead and Indiana Jones. Like when Harrison Ford has to run for it, you can see the emotion in his face when he's overwhelmed, but he'll still stand up, fight when he has to.
Yeah. I can't remember what that turn of phrase always is. It's not something, something, something. Damn it! I wish I could remember these quotes when they need to be. Something about being
It's always
afraid.
something, something, something.
Well, no, it's the
perfect.
whole thing about being afraid doesn't make you a coward or something like that. But being brave when you need to be is what a hero is made of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure it sounds very inspirational when actually fully together, but I hate the long-winded ones like that myself.
Yeah,
Two sentences.
I see
Two
something where it's like,
sentences too many.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, if you remove fear, you'll have no problem committing suicide. You know how it is. Like there's no you have no self-preservation whatsoever.
I sometimes think some of us don't. Again,
I'm just saying, no fear means no inhibitions. Meaning, it's sometimes good to have fear.
Yeah, like I said, it's just a stigma thing.
Rafferty,
Yeah.
any commentary on the stuff that went on today?
I always enjoy that the game has a certain level of verisimilitude, that there's weird stuff going on, like cultists doing tentacles, but we're also living our day jobs and dealing with children and stuff.
Right.
Before we wrap up, I would like to add a new personal goal to Zechariah's list.
We're going to go ahead and hold off on that until we get a good moment to refresh on personal goals. Your current personal goal is done.
Okay, cool.
And obviously you already intend to stop Osborne.
Oh yes.
Yeah, like I said,
but I have another goal in mind for him now as well.
I didn't realize how much I enjoyed Stepdad Simulator.
Stepdad Simulator.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I love raising Timothy. Timothy's a good kid.
It's good to just have a scene full of pathos with nothing bad going on. So this way, when the terrible, creepy stuff happens, you're suddenly very concerned about it.
It's good to play something that isn't part. It's good to have a little mini quests that aren't part of the main stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I have a whole investment into Timothy. That's merely I want to see good things happen for Timothy. And at the same time, I know he's that kid from the Twilight Zone that sends people to the cornfield. So, it's just me raising Timothy. Well, he is. He has this power that he has no idea how to control, and apparently he's super deep in it, where he can just do things willy-nilly. At the same time, though, I'm not, hiding my thoughts from him. I super love the kid, and I want good things to happen for him. So even when he reads my mind, he's not getting anything negative from me.
Yeah,
right. At most, he might read your mind and see your worry about something,
which is fine.
It's which I mean, that's how Timothy seems to operate anyway. He reads your mind and then acts in your best interest,
which is fine.
That's what he likes.
As I said, I'm just teaching him things from the world from the perspective of people that have powers. But in a way that's not like we have powers, so we're better than everybody. We're just...
Some things are hard for some people, but some people are talented. That must mean some people aren't talented, and they must be removed from society.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I gave him the example of some people are good at running, some people are good at using their minds, we're just good at using our minds. But at the same time, that does mean that we don't need to lean on the things that are easy for us. We can do harder things to show that we are more talented people as well.
If I destroy the world, that's really hard.
It is exceptionally hard. I'm not afraid of Timothy destroying the world. That's literally beyond him.
Yeah.
He's going
or
to...
is it?
No, it is beyond him because he needs academics, and he's still going to school.
He's in summer school.
Yeah, so I know it's beyond him. It's not going to happen while I'm alive.
I actually like had that sort of like epiphany for a while where I'm just trying to like pretend Timothy's going to school. I'm just like, hold up, it's the middle of summer.
I keep having to ask you what day it is. I don't even know what month it is.
I am keeping track of which day it is, but I keep forgetting what stuff is supposed to happen on some days. Not just my fault.
That's what I'm saying. I've literally never asked you what month it was, let alone what the season was.
Right.
So
we
saying,
might be up for a season change in another week or two.
Yeah, so you saying it's summer didn't even mean anything to me. So I don't know what.
We need a Christmas episode.
Well,
It's the
summer
middle of July.
now.
It's a Christmas episode.
Say it's the middle of summer now, and we do an episode every week. Sometimes an episode is a day. Sometimes an episode is a week.
True.
Okay, so I have a question, mechanic-wise, just because I'm reading stuff on Vitalism here.
Sup?
For incite greatness, it says not only does it rally them, it grants a number
Boons.
of boons. What exactly are boons? Like, what do those do? Just
Oh, that was supposed to be you could give them focus or you could remove other things.
Yes.
That was the thing that was cut because we cut the combat rules
okay, gotcha.
down. So we should revise that at some point to be more specific about what the boons are. We had a lot more combat rules in the book, and then we made an executive decision later to remove those because it's a little well, first of all, players thought there was too much of them, so that was one hint. And the other one is it is kind of hypocritical to say the game's not about combat. By the way, 80% of the book is combat rules. So
fair enough.
We'd have to come up with a couple more things for that. Mostly it's remove bad statuses or give focus, but there's not as many bad statuses in the game.
Yeah, like I don't. It's like I don't know if I could incite greatness to like stop someone from being on fire. That doesn't really.
To
make
be fair,
sense.
vitalism also can terrify people. You could maybe try to remove it with vitalism.
And no, you
That's true.
could. This is channeling people's internal valor. You can rearrange their internal organs. It wouldn't be that unreasonable to make them stop being on fire.
Fair enough.
I guess in the same way that in Ironclaw, a white magic user can rally you to be not on fire.
Yeah,
Well,
fair enough.
In fact, vitalism is a thing today because psychic surgeons are still people wandering around claiming that they can remove cancer or tumors by laying on hands and removing those. So that's where that power comes from. That's why you can look into people and see what's wrong with them and then remove it.
Yeah,
It's like, hey Dante, I can cure your bad. Cure your bad back.
Psychics. Yeah, that's the kind of people Jane should be after. Psychic surgeon.
Yeah, say the
Exactly.
last 10 minutes of Man on the Moon, if you remember that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, so all those guys.
Ooh, there's some very interesting things I can do with this.
Yeah, I just assumed that.
Vitalism is definitely a favorite
Zach
here.
is definitely becoming like the combat mage of the group.
It does run off of endurance. I'm not sure how much Zechariah actually has of that right now.
Zach has decent endurance. He has a D6 from he has he has a D8 from his type and a D4 from a mark.
Yeah, Zach is literally the person I'm trying to teach Timothy not to be.
Sorry.
Just throwing it out there.
I was like, sorry, not sorry.
I mean, no, you're not actually. You're not saying anything right now. You're collapsing to leave. So,
Right.
sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
I hope our little shenanigans wasn't too hard for you.
Which shenanigans? Just
whole
the
episode?
being at the warehouse thing? No, that
Yeah.
was great. I wanted something like that to happen. I just didn't anticipate it would just be two characters alone.
Right.
Well, we had Wanda helping us out, and she actually was very helpful. Like,
Yep.
yeah.
ESP, hey, it's dark. I don't care. These people are trying to hide from us. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, she knew exactly what the situation was. You two are the only two who weren't there when they first went there, got all the rules, and knew exactly what to do.
Yeah,
Without
so-
Wanda, I can only imagine you two flailing around
Oh, yeah.
as zombie cultists keep coming back at you or something.
Yeah, no, that would have been very bad if we had not had Wanda there helping us.
Right. I was just worried. We
I
project.
still think Edmund gets MVP there though. He got some clutch rolls.
The one person who shouldn't have the gun has it.
Yeah. What's worse is Wanda has a gun now too.
Oh gosh, Wanda's on loose in the city with the gun.
Yes.
Last
So-
time she tried to get you to set a building on fire.
It's like maybe I shouldn't have maybe I should have taken that gun away from her first before just letting her go off on her own.
Yeah, of course I'll be careful. I have a gun.
God.
Everyone has a collective moment in the middle of their pathos in the theater going, oh no, what have we done with Wanda?
It's like that one Homer Simpson quote. It's like, we don't need to be careful. I've got a gun.
Yeah.
But yeah. So this has definitely been fun. Any closing remarks you want to get?
I'm having a blast with this. Like I said, I say every session, I look forward to this every week. It is the highlight of my Sunday.
Yes, same here.
Yay, I get warm fuzzies hearing that. All right, so to wrap up our warm fuzzies, this has been Urban Jungle, and thank you all for coming. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
See you.